Lesson 12.5 is about reciprocal trig functions. When you have a reciprocal of something like 2/3, it flips it and turns it into 3/2. So reciprocal is flipping something. Well, these reciprocal functions are kind of hard to remember because the names of them kind of stump us. But the reciprocal of sine is actually cosecant. And I know you would think that would go with cosine because they're co, but actually the word co means complementary with. So sine and cosine go together and make complementary angles. We kind of learned about that last unit when we solved equations and set two acute angles. We added them up and set them equal to 90. That goes for cosecant and secant. They kind of go together. And then tangent and cotangent are obvious. But anyways, what you need to know is that sine and cosecant are reciprocals. Cosine and secant are reciprocals, and tangent and cotangent are reciprocals. So if sine, is usually opposite over hypotenuse, cosecant is now hypotenuse over opposite. It flips. Sometimes later on in formulas you might see 1 over sine. That's what that means. It's a reciprocal. Cosine is usually adjacent over hypotenuse. Now we're going to flip it in secant and have a hypotenuse over adjacent. Tangent is normally TOA, opposite over adjacent. Now cotangent, its reciprocal is going to be adjacent over opposite. Okay, so on number 1, it says find the exact value of cosecant, that's CSC, of angle H in simplest form. So cosecant, that's the reciprocal of sine. So it helps me to go back to what is its reciprocal, sine, which is usually opposite over hypotenuse. Now we want hypotenuse over opposite. Let's look from angle H. So its hypotenuse would be square root of 61. Its opposite would be 4. And that's it, because I'm sure 61 can't be reduced. Number 2, find the exact value of secant of W in simplest form. Secant is that SEC. That is the reciprocal of cosine. So we're going to have to flip and have the hypotenuse first over the adjacent from angle W. So we've got hypotenuse over adjacent, which is going to be the 5. And number 3, find the exact value of cotangent of angle J. Cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent, so we need adjacent over opposite. We don't need the hypotenuse. Adjacent over opposite. So we square root of 57 over 3. And that's it. You just got to get used to the reciprocals.